I'm Captain Greg DeBrule, and we're at the Black Hawk here, and we're talking tackle. We have a gentleman by the name of James Sandy Everson, and he wants to know about porgy fishing, a little bit about porgy fishing. Well, James, porgy fishing is coming up. We already started it this week a little bit. A couple of tips for it to begin with. This is what we use as a rod and reel. This is a 6-foot ugly stick, medium action. You don't want to use a heavy rod to begin with. You got to be able to feel everything, you know. So this is a pretty light rod. We have a Saltiste, not a Saltiste, a Sea-Line 300 reel on it, and we use 30-pound mono. The rig we use, you can see it right in front. This is the rigs we use. These are a 2-0 octopus hook, and it has a bead there, fluorescent green bead, okay? And that seems to work out the best for us. You know, what I'm telling you is works for us. I'm not saying it's cut and dried and that's all you got to use. Somebody else might be using something else, but this seems to work good for us. We buy these by the thousand. This comes from Old Salt Tackle. You can get them at oldsalttackle.com, but we get them all pre-made like this, and we buy them. Oh God, we buy literally thousands of them, you know. But they're a pretty good rig. Some of the other things we use fresh sea clams for bait. If you can, try to get fresh bait. I mean, I don't care if you got to dig it yourself. Go out and dig up a couple of sea clams. It makes a big difference, okay? We do use, when we can't get fresh stuff, we do use salted bait, but we try to get fresh stuff and salt it ourselves. So we take care of it, and we try to get a premium bait out of it. They do like the bellies of the clams. I know they're the hardest to hold on. A lot of people think they're cod fishing, and they take this little hook and they glob it on there. It's on there as big as a lemon. You don't need that. You want a small piece because they have a small mouth and they'll suck it right in. You do want to change it frequently. They're very susceptible to smell, okay? So change your bait all the time. Have a lot of it there, and we tell our customers all the time, when you bring it up, get rid of that bait, throw on a new piece, get it down there, okay? We do use a chum pot when we're anchored. This is, we went over this once already, but what's your name again? James. James, get a chum pot if you anchor up, you're on a good piece of bottom. Fill it up with fresh clam bellies and let it go down there, bouncing around a couple times, get them going, you know. Having dove on a lot of these spots and watch these fish while they're feeding, they go bananas around this chum pot, as you see on our video. You know, they absolutely go bonkers for that fresh sea clam bellies, you know. A couple other things, you know, when you drop that thing down, James, let it, don't forget the bottom's pretty rough. Let it sit there, just move it around just a little bit. As you pick it up, you'll feel them on there. Set the hook and wind like heck and get the pot ready. He's going home, okay? Hope that helps you out a little bit about porgy fishing. Don't forget there's sea bass there with it. And we're going to start porgy fishing September 1st. So I'm Captain Greg DeBrule with the Black Hawk. Have some great fun fishing.